Yeah. What's up, guys? Long time no see. Yeah. Fuck, turn the TV off. Turn TV off. Accidentally. And you still got your checking. That's the only reason I knew I was live is I was like, what the hell's that pop up or the chat notification? I was like, oh shit, I'm live. You got to see a little bit of development on what I'm going to show off tonight. I know it's late as hell. I have been extremely busy. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry, 7B. I've been extremely busy with with developing an app for NR2003. It's pretty cool. It's never been done in the history of NR2003. NR2003 has been out for how long now? Yeah, 2003, almost 23 years. Actually, over 23 years. Because it turned 23 in February. This is gonna be pretty fucking cool. Hope you guys like it. How many of y'all played NR2003 back in the day? Like Mila and Lisa, that's just been great. Sniper. How many of y'all played NR2003 back in the day? It was a good time. February 11th. That's where you started. You're gonna love what you're about to see because this is going to be really neat. Let's see. Let me load this up real quick. All right. You went to Arca Sim Racing. Took your account and ruined your name. How long were the servers up? I remember they stayed up for a few years, but all right. I'm gonna do a few quick races here, and y'all can do some Q&A or maybe give me some suggestions on what you would like to see added. Just to preface, NR2003 is extremely limited with what it offers as far as telemetry, and so the telemetry is a little bit, it's dated. It's not nearly as prevalent as freaking iRacing's telemetry is. There's a lot of things you do with iRacing's telemetry, but I was able to take that data. Me having a very math-driven brain, I was able to take that data, and I'm like, okay, well, if I do this and get the difference, the average, I can make this happen, and I was able to make some things happen that's never been done with NR2003 before. So you'll see what we're talking about here in a second. And it's all freaking Cletus didn't wreck today. Almost wrecked, but didn't wreck. All right, so let me know if everything looks fine, sounds fine to y'all. It might be a little loud. I'll probably turn it down. All right, so I'm gonna show this off. Actually, we're gonna do I'll make sure it's a 20 lap race. You'll be able to hear. Actually, yeah, you should be able to hear. It's John. Thanks for the
Bobby,
follow.
If you weren't my son, I'd hug you.
All right, check this shit out. I got these overlays to work.
Limit 35. Keep it under 2,500 in seconds. Right. Okay, you're clear of pit lane.
First things first, I'm gonna turn this damn volume down. It's loud as fuck. Turn NR2003 down. Turn that down to like 60. Alright. Check it out. I've got a track overlay working. I've got telemetry map working. I've got the modern cup dash. I've already run a couple laps of practice. Yeah, that car's a bit loud. I'm gonna turn it down a little bit. Turn it down some more here. So my sound settings are a little bit wonky. There you go, be a little bit better there. Alright. So watch when Jimmy Johnson comes up behind me here. Okay, now it's embarrassing me because Jimmy's not what happens is the other cars won't show up so they actually get a lap in. This is the limits I was talking about. So once they register a lap, watch what happens. You can see Bobby Hamilton Jr. showed up there. He's got his number on the standings overlay over there. Now I'm gonna cross the line. Number 69 shows up. You can see the leaderboard updates automatically.
Stay high. Still there.
Got that going on.
Clear inside.
Yep, leaderboard updates automatically. So I got the telemetry app over here. And taking it way back. 1023, what's up, dude? Oh yeah. We were just talking about what's the name? Said he just bought it. Love it. What's the name? Just said he bought another overlay from Simrat Market. Go to simratmarket.com, guys. Use 1023 graphics. He's over there. Promo code SILHorseLive. Save 10%. Yeah, vanilla NR2003. It has this standings box here. You'll see the 1023 graphics logo. What's your actual name again? I was just know you 1023, and I have to look it up every damn time. I'm like, oh yeah, that's him. But yeah, you can see how this works. You can see how the overlay is a little bit notchy. That's because the data only comes in. Oh, it's Justin Wilson, that's right. The data only comes in about once a second. So it's a little bit notchy. It's about as smooth as I can make it. I use like a little smoothing animation in between frames. Make it look okay, but that's about as notchy, yeah. You see how it's like, it's not smooth, but that's about as smooth as I can get it because you're only getting data a certain amount of time. All right, so you see right now in practice how, you know, the standings update live and everything, but it's only when they cross the line, right? Well, we're gonna do a practice race here. Oh, it's definitely my favorite track. 1023 is by far my favorite track. All right, so Arca template. Ah, nice. Got some good Arca templates. Hopefully he's the one that I use, man. That thing is sexy. Oh shit. So we'll do a qualifying session. So you see, the qualifying will just show us going around the track here. And the way the standings overlay works is it doesn't show up until data is presented. So data doesn't get presented in NR2003 until someone registers a lap time or crosses the start finish line officially. All right, I'm on lap 1, so I haven't crossed start finish line to complete an official lap here yet. So once I cross the line up here,
one more lap.
Shit. Actually, let's restart that qualifying lap because I already spent all this time coding. Never learned how to drive. Then you're trying to talk and race NR2003, which is way different, is a little bit challenging for me. Can't park there. I don't even know if I have 8-ball downloaded, but I can try. I can go download it. It's one of those Papyrus add-on tracks they released with the 1201 patch, right? I won a league race there back in the day. I thought that was the first league race I ever won online. Ever. In any fucking league ever. Was at 8-ball. Got the lead and was able to block the whole way. Oh, it's Project Wildfire, yeah. The 1201 patch was when the Project Wildfire mod started working. Alright, we're gonna get a lap here. You can see the throttle traces work fine. You can see you have to really baby it off the corner there. The RPMs turn red when you get up to too high of an RPM. The little RPM dash meter down there works. You can see the lights down there above the RPM. Right now it's an extra RPM meter. However, I'll show y'all something cool when we get done with qualifying here. I'm like way faster than these guys right now. Oh, I turned the AI down because I was trying it out on a road course. That's why.
All right, there's the checkered flag.
So you see it did that. All right, so qualifying works just fine there. Now, I'm going to go back and turn the AI up a little bit because I had to turn down. I was testing out on a road course, but we'll turn this back up to 98. All right. So, we'll go to happy hour here. Now check this out. Watch the speed on the dash there. Yeah, I'll just go to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Keep it under 25.
Get up to 35 miles an hour, which is the pit road speed limit.
Watch that speed.
It warns
now.
you you're
Keep
speeding.
2,500 in seconds.
So once you get over 30, once you get to where it registers you as speeding, it'll turn red. So that's a thing. Now, watch when I go. I'm gonna go turn a lap here real quick. Turn a couple laps.
Clear of pit lane. Don't merge yet.
I was gonna implement a beep, but there's a limitation with the with the pit road speeding thing I'll have to show y'all here in a minute. I took a guess at where pit road is, and it works mostly, but it isn't fully working because there is not a data point that I need in the telemetry. So I'm gonna turn a lap here. So that lap time was 36.8 because I was coming out the pits, right? I'm gonna turn another lap here. They registered me as 36.8 on the standings. I'm gonna turn another lap here. And this next lap is obviously gonna be much faster. I'm not coming out of the pits. Boom. That lap was 24.0. It turned green because it was faster. And then it tells you the delta. So that was 12 seconds faster. Now we'll go run a slower lap on purpose here. Now we'll have a slower lap. That lap's red because it was slower, and then it tells you the delta. I was 0.089 seconds slower. So you can actually use that as kind of a relative tracker. Alright? Now, I want to show you all the limit for the pit road thing here real quick before we do an actual race. But also, there's one more thing I get to show off here.
Start your engines!
I designed all this shit myself. This is all me. This is why I've been streaming lately. I got it really hardcore into coding, dude. It was all me. I use a lot of AI to help me out, but I've had these ideas in my head for a while. I didn't feel like writing out all the code because that would take months. I did it in a week with AI.
Get ready now. Going green. Pit car's in.
Alright, so I'm going to cause a wreck on purpose here. I'm going to show you the limitation with the pit road speeding thing, and I'm going to explain what happens.
Green flag, green flag.
First of all,
green, green, green.
Oh, first of all, I got to start in first fucking gear here. Forgot it's NR2003, you got to start in first gear. Yeah, that was me. That was me that posted on Reddit. John Cash K is an old username from before I started streaming. Watch, I'm gonna cause a wreck here. Fuck you, Boris said. And the caution didn't come out because I was last. Alright, let's try this again.
Drivers, start your engines!
Oh, I didn't show off the relative up there. Y'all see the this is a limitation. If you restart the race, it keeps the plot for the... You can't wreck yourself. Maybe try passing someone first. Alright, so this is a limitation. If you restart the race, the old data will stay up on the screen until you get new data. I think I can code that in, but maybe not.
Get ready now. Going green.
Alright, so, and YouTube, y'all feel free to ask questions too. I can read YouTube chat, so feel free. So we'll get this race started here. So once these people cross the line, we'll get new data. You'll see it start popping up here. Yeah, see new data's popping up there. Ah, here we go. It caught up. Now you can see I've got a battle tracker up there. It shows that Boris set is ahead, and it's constantly updating. You don't have to wait for the lap, and you can see the standings are constantly updating as well. And it'll real time tell you if a car gets passed. It highlights my name in blue, so the player's car will always be blue. And when I pass Robbie here,
Car outside.
now it moves into behind me, so you can do a little battle tracker right there. Jeffries, Brian Vickers. Alright, let's see if we can not pull a Danica and actually wreck somebody without wrecking myself. That's not Denny Hamlin ahead of us, that's Jason Leffler. Rest in peace, buddy, but you're about to go on the wall.
Clear outside.
Just kidding, I'm about to wreck myself. There we go, calls the caution. Alright, caution's out.
Let's go. Race back to the line.
The leaderboard, you can see it turned yellow. So the overlay actually turns yellow when the caution comes out.
Pit road is closed. Okay, we're under
I'm about to show y'all the limitation with the pit road thing.
7 car.
The limitation with pit road is there's no way you can tell where pit road is based on the track's INI file. However,
Whoa, slow down.
there's no way for the game to tell where you are in relative to center line that the game thinks, because all tracks are built different, right? I just have XY coordinates going on right now. So, the limitation is if you are within 10 miles an hour of the speed limit parallel to pit road, it's going to think you're on pit road and throw the speeding thing.
Pit road is now
So what's going to happen is, I'm not going to pit here. We drive down pit road, and if you're within 10 miles an hour of pit road speed limit, like right now I'm over 10 miles an hour because it's 35. But if I get down to 45, you can see it thinks I'm on pit road right now because I'm parallel with pit road. The only way to do that is really go 10 miles an hour over, and it doesn't really matter. So that's the limitation with it. It doesn't really affect you too much at Dover because you'll be doing a little over 45. But some tracks where pit road speed limit is the same as the pace speed, it'll glitch out a little bit, but that's about as close as I can get it. That's the compromise I had to make. And it works. It works, you know. So that's that. And then I want to show you one other thing, and we'll come back and I'll do an actual race. So the track overlay, y'all saw I had the little the track map or whatever. It actually, my program builds it itself, right? So I'm gonna pick a track I haven't built an overlay for. Let's do Michigan. We'll do Michigan here. Actually, it'd be easier if I showed y'all this in a testing session. What happens is, this is kind of how SimHub does it too. These load times. Yeah, I wish I had this computer back in the day, man. I'd be the man. All right, so for drawing the track, I'm trying to think. Yeah, Michigan would probably be the best one. Actually, I haven't done a road course. This will make it even cooler. Actually, I did Watkins Glen already. Let's do Infineon. Don't judge my driving, because holy fuck. We'll drive slow. I know, right? So right now it shows Dover's map because that's the last thing that's loaded, right? So what's going to happen is, make sure my script is running here. Yeah, it is. Okay. What's going to happen is it's going to think I'm on Dover. I'm going to make it disappear if you load up a new track, right? That's something I got to add, so I'll write that down. So I'm going to drive real slow around this track. So what's going to happen is right now it thinks I'm at Dover. The way this does it is it measures a percentage that you are around the track. Like when I'm half a lap done, I'm 50% around the track. So right now I'm 25% of the way done with the lap. So it thinks I'm in turn 2 at Dover, right? But what's going to happen is once I cross the start finish line, it's going to start writing new data because this is a different track. You'll see it here in a second. Go through this shit right here. So one thing I gotta code is when you load up a new track, make sure it deletes the old track's overlay from memory. That's something I'll have to code there. But once I cross our finish line here, you're gonna see something pretty cool. You're gonna watch it draw the track in real time. So the compromise I had to make here is it's not really drawing the track surface, it's drawing your racing line, which is gonna be a little bit different than what the track actually looks like, but it's about as close as I can get it. So we're just gonna drive real slow here. Got the force feedback turned way too far up here. Watch when we cross our finish line here. Now it's drawing a new track. It's following my racing line. So it follows your line. So like I said, it's not gonna be a perfect shape because you're taking your apexes and everything, or I'm attempting to at least. And then yeah, so go through the S's here. Try to make it as straight as I can. So anyone can do this. Like when they load the program up, all it's going to do is it looks for a clean lap. So it makes sure that you don't drop down to like 20 miles an hour or whatever. So it's all it's looking for is a clean lap. So if you happen to wreck, it'll just look for a new lap. And there you go. It drew the track. There is. So the problem with my logic there, though, and it's not going to work for Sears Point because you're driving slow in the corner. For I get down to pit road speed in that corner, so I think I got to lower it down to like 10 miles an hour. So if you wreck on your lap, then it doesn't do that. So that's another thing. I'm gonna jot these things down because I wanted to test this live while y'all were watching because I figured y'all would tell me if I was fucking up, All right, I'm gonna write these things down. Much shit running here. All right, I'm gonna jot these down. So change logic for clean. So we'll try another track that issue is going too slow doesn't affect us. It looks good to you. All right, so let's do. I haven't done Martinsville. We'll go test at Martinsville. This will be a pretty simple test here. So I got any good setups here? Nope, don't. So if I don't drop to 45 miles an hour in the corner, I don't think I will. So right now it's got that half-ass freaking thing that I loaded up for Sonoma loaded up. That's another thing I got to do is make it Bogart, you want a new rig or just the seat? I use the Extreme Sim Racing seat, so be careful not to spin the tires there. You can see where it got a little jagged. See a straw on the track? And boom, there's your Martinsville. Now granted, it's not perfect. Obviously, it's kind of looks like a penis, but I'm working on the point system thing, but I haven't really got to work on your graphics just yet. I wanted to get this ready, show all this stuff. What's up, though, Blake? It's been good chatting with you. Thank you for the graphics, by the way. Everyone thank Blake. He gave me a bunch of graphics. Y'all can see we have the generic overlay here. However, I do plan on releasing like a Fox, a classic Fox, the CW's graphics, classic NBC, ESPN, TNN. I plan on releasing all of those. This is just the first generic one that I have here, and it works. But yeah, Blake was kind enough to lend me some graphics, and that was pretty cool. It's a very easy base for me to work with. Saves me a lot of fucking time. I can just take that overlay and put the data over it and call it a fucking day. So for the number cards, that's another thing I can show off here. I saw the numbers when we were, they don't work on replays. So I get that question a lot. I've been posting this stuff. I don't have any replays saved anyways, but I get asked this question a lot. It only works when there's live data. That is a bummer, but they don't store much data in the replay files. So there might be some data that does work, but it will not work as intended. Now, this is going to have like a broadcast mode and a streamer mode. So like in broadcast mode, like let's say let's watch this race, right? We'll accelerate. Let's say they're doing a 10 lap race, right? Decelerate. Damn. So when you watch a race, that overlay there will show up. All right. So this overlay will show up. You can do a broadcast like this. This will be resizable. The freaking damn it, I clicked off the screen. The standings overlay will be resizable, so you can just fit it to where you want it. reposition it where you want it and whatnot. So it's like a broadcast mode. Plan on adding the point standings overlay so you can export. Like if someone wants to broadcast a race, they can export their files. They can use Race Points Manager, whatever the fuck third-party program they want to do, whatever logic they want, and then they can import it. It'll shit out point standings and stuff like that. That's down the road, because that's going to take quite a bit of math and training. Like the hardest part about all this is I want to make it to where it's fucking user friendly. You know, this is the Elgato Facecam Pro. By the way, Elgato, if you're hearing this, I'm selling your shit. Nah, it's great. It's the Elgato Facecam Pro. Love it. It's actually the first version of it. There's a Facecam Pro 4K now. This is only 1080p. It's pretty good. Pretty good. But yeah, so you can do like broadcasting like this. I was trying to get it to see like if you could bring up a graphic for the current driver focus. Like right now we're following Tony Stewart. But unfortunately that data isn't stored. So it doesn't know which driver you're currently following. That's not given out in the telemetry. The other limitation here is you can see right now Elliott Sadler just passed Tony Stewart, right? Moved him up to second there, or just moved him to first. So the way these relatives work is it goes off of who the leader is and calculates back from there. So the way I did it was it doesn't update who the leader is until they're the official leader of the next official lap. Every other position will work. But Elliott Sadler, but anytime a new leader, like see, Elliott Sadler led that last official lap. Everyone else is still updating behind him, but now Tony Stewart passed Elliott Sadler back, and it won't update until he gets to the line here. And takes it a second or two. 1, 2, white flag is out. Tony Stewart's the leader. I did just see some, yep. And then say white flag is out, it changed the graphic to white. Sadler will flip over. The digger cam graphic pop up when you go to a track cam. Oh yeah. And then checkered flag is out, so it shows the checkered flag. And then once the last car crosses the start finish line, it says results, because now the race is official. I should make it say official results, but results works. So yeah, that's how a broadcast would work essentially. Like I said, you can resize the graphics and all that stuff, and then add your own little flair to it. Unregistered hypercam and make it go at like fucking 10 frames a second, fucking 180p, or was it 140p, 120p? I had to do math there in my head. Also, the numbers are interchangeable. 144. You see, like right now, I have the 2004 season numbers loaded up. I have a bunch of other graphics here. Like you can see, I have right now. Let's get out of here. Let's get out of NR2003. So yeah, Tony Stewart ekes out a win at Michigan. All right, so you can see I have all these numbers. This is from. I actually got these numbers from Big Evil Designs. Chad from Big Evil was like, "Hey man, you want to use my numbers? Go ahead." He's cool as fuck. So what we're gonna do is I have these packs here. I scraped these numbers off of the NASCAR website. All that stuff I use my overlays for the live race reactions. I scraped these numbers off of there. So eventually what I want to do is these are all web-based like browser overlays. So you can add in, you can have like number packs in here, and then you add into the URL like and it'll automatically generate it for you which number pack you want to use. So let's say we want to do this season here. We'll just replace all these files because I got them all saved. Let's say we want to do the 2026 season, right? So what we do is I'd have to refresh that browser here real quick. I'm gonna have it automatically refresh, but all right. So next time you load into a race, you go in there. Wait for the race to start.
Drivers.
All right, the race is happening. All right, now you can see the numbers updated to the 2026 season. There's some 2004 leftovers in there, but it is what it is. That's because those numbers don't exist in 2026. Now you can see those are 2026 numbers that are up there. So you can actually interchange your fucking numbers on the fly, unlike you could with GNL TV. And yeah, you can, so the way it works is you see over here in the numbers, it's literally, if you want number 34, it's 34.png. You want number 35, it's 35.png. That fucking simple. Yeah, that's literally it. That's all you got to do. And then it'll refresh the browser, and all of a sudden you got a new number pack in there. No crazy, having to program it into the HTML or anything like that. But that's what I've been working on for the past week. I'm going to do an actual race here in a minute. But first things first, put some 69s in the chat, will you? It's a little old Bill Elliott 9 with the little trails. Yeah, those are always fun. There we go. 69s in the chat. Hell yeah. Give me a second here. Let me update these back to the 2004 season.
Nice. 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 Nice.
Here.
Nice.
All right. I'm going to do an actual race at Dover, doing qualifying and everything. I thought about lower third. That's the thing is, like, I can do lower thirds, but the problem is it doesn't focus on the driver, right? It doesn't know what driver you're focused on. So that was one thing I wanted to do. I have it pull up a lower third and be like, hey, Tony Stewart started fourth, currently first. That would be easy to do if it knew what driver you were focused on. The telemetry does not put that out. So I can't do it. There's no way to possibly do it because there's no data to pull on what driver you're focused on, unfortunately. I wanted to do that. That was an idea. I did think about it, but unfortunately that's not the fucking case. No, it's something I've always had a passion about. I mean, Niles, you should know about autism. It's something I've always wanted to do. And I finally found the fucking time and effort to fucking do it. I get laid more than anybody in this fucking chat, so kiss my ass. Yeah, and you were limited by the technology at the time. The fact that there's this much technology that's been like not used to its full potential for the last 23 years is pretty crazy. So GNL TV, no. Literally, GNL TV is literally just an overlay. That's all it is. It's just an overlay with a ticker. It pulls telemetry data for your car and opponent's cars, but it doesn't really pull like telemetry data for your car. GNL TV couldn't tell you your speed or anything like that because it just wasn't in their program. Mine combines what GNL TV did with what SimHub does, and so you get the best of both worlds. Because SimHub, while it was cool, they have the ability to pull some data out of NR2003. It is a very one-size-fits-most program. So they took, hey, any of the stuff that's available in NR2003 that we already have pre-configured for other games, we'll pull it. But if it's anything that's going to require extra effort, we're not going to do it. And I don't blame them. It's a 23-year-old game. Not as many people play it as they used to, obviously. But it's still a niche thing, and it's still something I have a lot of passion for, right? It takes me back to 2003. That was my year I graduated high school, joined the Navy. Back in my heyday. Now I'm just an old bitter man who shotguns beer at fucking 1 o'clock in the goddamn morning for a bunch of strangers on the internet. Blake, I watch your videos. I knew who you were. Like, I've watched your videos on YouTube sometimes. I'll turn on old NASCAR races and shit to go to sleep to. And I'll sometimes have your channel on. Right? 23 years old? It's fucking crazy, isn't it? Alright, 7B. Anyways. You gotta be doing something better. No, my wife calls them my autism videos. Because I'll just, if I want something to go to sleep to, I just listen to fucking NASCAR in the background. I'm only 2 years younger than you. Fuck! Just wait till you turn 40, buddy. It happens to the best of us. Cheers, y'all. I need to drink a beer. I haven't drank one since Carolina lost yesterday. I've been pretty sad, in a sad state of affairs. Yesterday was it was my son's birthday though yesterday, so I couldn't be too fucking sad. I was trying not to be sad on my son's birthday at least, but here I am. Here I am. Anyways, here's to. Well, Colton turned 9 yesterday, and Jackson gets here in about 20 hours. Jackson will be here from England, so I haven't seen Jackson since last summer. So it'll be the first time I get to see my son since summertime. So I'm excited. So cheers to that, and we'll do a practice race here. He's only staying for spring break, but he's coming back this summer to live forever. So he's staying here for spring break for a couple weeks, and then he's going back. Yeah, I do too, Blake. Let's see how Duke is doing, attorney. they were on the struggle bus yesterday for a while. Yeah, there is that, but Blake, there's only so much you can do with the data that's available. I did look into. Actually, let me shotgun this beer first. It's gonna help the thoughts come out better. Exactly, what's wrong with that kid? I guess my kid likes me. I fucked up and made my kids love me. I'm sorry, guys. Y'all got daddy issues because my kids love me. Fuck y'all. Anyways, I did look into the executable, the NR2003 executable. I did find some data points in there. The big problem with that is everyone would have to have the same executable. Most people use an OCD patch, but some people don't, and it wouldn't work for them. So it was going to break all my logic, and I just didn't feel like doing that. Plus, it would probably throw off all kinds of anti-cheat and all that shit. So we'll do an actual race here. Not auto. Fuck him. Manual. 98%. All right. We'll go straight into qualifying here.
Okay, here comes your first time lap.
All right. You see the track overlay works? Hey, Derek, what's up, buddy?
One more lap.
Long time no see, buddy. And then, see everything updates. Fifth so far. All right. See how we qualify here. And that puts us.
All right, there's the checkered flag.
Yeah, that's something down the road right now. I'm just trying to get something generic out to release as a first version, you know. That's stuff that would take a lot of TLC. So Blake, if you want to put that in the Discord, feel free to. There's a suggestions thing in the Discord. Put in the suggestions. Just gives me an idea of what I can do, and I can let you know whether it's possible or not. All right, qualified second. So the other thing I got to do is make sure this stuff clears data, because right now it's still going off my last race where I was around Boris Said and Robbie Gordon. So I got to make sure the data clears properly between sessions. This is still like, I'm like 80% of the way where I want to be. I just wanted to show it off a little, and I hadn't streamed in forever, so. All right, here we go. That is the Viagra car. Mark Martin's about to drive it hard.
Green flag, green flag. Green, green, green.
Had a Denny Hamlin restart there. Oh, are those the other cars? All right, we're good now. All right. Yep, see it works. can see my car is highlighted in blue. The leader's car is highlighted in gold. And my car will always be the top one. You can tell what the player is, and then past that, you know, you'll see the leader up there, and everyone else is just generic. Alright. We'll settle in here. We got a 20-lap race. We got Joe, Formo Joe here in front of us. Doing in the check. Oh, the Army car. I remember I actually went to the All-Star race this year. Actually, no, it was 2005. Went to the All-Star race. Joe was still driving that car. All right, caution's out. This will be able to show off the caution and restarts and stuff. All right, caution's out. We're waiting on the caution here.
Catch up to the end of the pacing line. Stay behind the 1 car.
So I don't think so, Blake. The problem, another limitation NR2003 has. That's why I wanted to tell you about all these limitations. Only one program at a time can access the memory, and access the telemetry. And as far as I know, AutoStages does the same thing.
Now open.
So you couldn't have multiple programs playing in the background. Like with iRacing, I have freaking, I have CAPS running, I have Race Labs, iOverlay, Sim Racing apps, and a bunch of things connected to iRacing at the same time to give me the data that I want. Here on NR2003, only one thing can connect at a time. So you can't run GNL TV in the background, you can't run SimHub in the background, and you can't, I haven't tested it, but I don't think you run AutoStages in the background either. So I have the CD install for it. I lost that shit a long time ago when I was in the Navy, bud. Moved a lot, like between 2003, 2004, and 2005. I moved to like 3 different apartments. I moved out of my parents' house. Like, yeah. So in between all that, I lost my damn CD. Derek, you still in here, man? Long time no see, man. We miss you. I don't blame you for getting away from the iRacing community. It can be toxic sometimes, but hell yeah, dude. But mostly I wanted to run a race and make sure all these overlays work too. But this is about as much information as I can get out of here. Those of y'all that don't understand Postie's reference there. So I have a story about Arca Sim Racing. So back in the day when Arca Sim Racing came out, I pre-ordered it, got it when it came out. When I moved, about 6 months later, I moved down to Georgia because I got stationed down there. I lost my CD, so I contacted the guys at Arca Sim Racing. I'm like, hey, I'm in the military. I did a PCS. I lost my CD. Here's my receipt. Just the movers lost my CD. Can I get another CD? And they're like, well, we don't normally do that, but we are running a 2-for-1 special now. So if you want to buy, if you buy another copy of it, we'll send you 2 CDs. I was like, are you fucking kidding me? What kind of deal? What do I need 2 CDs for? Which, granted, if I'd had 2 CDs the first time, but oh, you worked on that game. That's crazy. I mean, I liked it, but at the time I hadn't fully moved over to online racing. It was very good for online, but it was awful for AI. It was built on the R-Factor engine. There's only so much you could do. And it felt like a very polished R-Factor mod, you know?
Green.
Holy crap, wheel spin. Holy crap. That was the restart of all time. You see Kyle Petty's in the fucking pits over there. All right, need to learn how to not drive 1,000,000 miles an hour on the corner. It's a mystery box. It could be anything, even a boat. You can see the battle box over there works properly. All right, so see we're on lap 10 right now. Once we cross the line for start at lap 11, watch the overlay there. It'll switch once you pass halfway. Now
10 more to go.
it's 10 to go. So now it'll start counting down. How many laps are left? Wolfpack Race. I used to race MNT Racing and ASRS, American Sim Racing Series. There's a few other leagues I dabbled in, but those are my two main ones. Dude, mapping the you see the steering wheel moves and everything, that was a pain in the ass to figure out. But I eventually did. At first I thought it depended on how many degrees of rotation you had in your car, in your steering wheel, but that was not the case. So you see that flashing there? That's another glitch it has. Whenever there's a new leader, it has to reset where it does the relatives. So it flashes like that. Another little minor glitch, but it's nothing crazy. It just only happens whenever you get a new leader.
Clear outside.
But and it's only for a split second. I will do another race at Rockingham after this, and I'll probably call it a night. But one of my favorite tracks, and I haven't drawn the track yet, so y'all can see me draw the track in real life.
Just 5 more to go. Outside. You're in 4. Keep low. Clear.
All right, see if we can get up to damn Ryan Newman up there in 5 laps. I'm about to drive this car harder than Viagra.
The next car's the leader. Still there.
Their tires are starting to wear out. I saved my shit by just driving slow.
Okay, you're in second.
All right, 4 to go here. Oh, we're gonna catch him easily.
Outside. Clear outside.
See, I took the lead there, and it makes me disappear for a second. That's the other thing that sucks. I got to figure that one out. All right, there's another glitch we found. New leader glitch. All right.
Just 2 to go. You're in first.
Yeah, there we go. So there is a new leader glitch. There's another one I got to figure out. All right, here comes a white flag.
Last lap. You the man.
You
Come
see
on, bring it home.
the overlay switches the white flag over there. I'm probably gonna add a flag overlay too. When this is mathematically impossible, it's dividing by 0, Niles. That's a good one. I like it. I like it. And checkered flag. You can see it updates your lap time down there. Tells you your delta.
Awesome job out there, buddy.
The square root of 1. 1.
The race is over.
That's how I do burnouts. Hell yeah. Worked out great. Alright, so there's that. Alright, so that's another one I gotta write down for my notes here. Change logic for clean lap, clear data, track map, battle box, and then I haven't tried multiplayer with it yet. That's my next step of testing, but theoretically it should work. Won't be as efficient because the way it tracks multiplayer opponent data is going to be different than it's not as high at high of a rate as you get with AI opponents, you know. Clear data, track map, battle box, and then what was the other one? Leader glitch, new leader glitch. I figured that one out. This is me doing my bug report right now, so I want to fix all these things before I release this. All right, hey, I win. All right, let's try Rockingham, North Carolina. All right, put some more 69s in the chat. I need a beer before I go to my home track here, Rockingham Speedway. 69s in the chat. Duh, rock. I'm not a coding god is the thing. Like I'm not gonna lie, I use AI for a lot of this. But I use AI to write the code. The math and the data extrapolation was all in my head. It was the coding that I used AI for because that shit takes too fucking long. I mean, pretty much what I hey, how you doing, Scott? Pretty much what I do is I'm like, hey, I've got this data, do this math to it, shit this result out, and it does it. Now, could I do that coding myself? Probably. Would it take me months to fucking do? Yes. So, I just pay my little $20 a month to Claude, and it does it for me. Kitty. Oh, I tell y'all, we got a new cat. After Bob died, meet Shadow. She's a little cranky, aren't you, baby? Are you a cranky baby? Yeah, I feel you. You gonna get pissed off? You're so moody. She is not cute. Y'all hear her growling? Meow. All right, I'll let you down. This is actually all written in C++ and Python. We don't know. So what happened with her was, you know, we had our orange cat Bob passed away about a month and a half ago in his sleep. He wouldn't go take a nap. He usually hangs out with my son who lives in England. He hangs out in his room while he's not here. He gets his own privacy and everything, and he'll usually climb up on the bed to get some sun in the morning because the sun rises on that side of the house in the morning. So lay there, get his sun or whatever. Oh, we got up one morning, went to feed the cats, and went to check on him, and he had gotten up there, passed out, and never woke up. Unfortunately, he passed away. That was very devastating, especially to my wife. My wife couldn't. My wife was the one that found him, and it hurt. It fucked her up for a little bit. Anyways, about a couple weeks ago, my wife's friend called her, said, "Hey, a stray showed up next door. She's very loving. No rescue will take her. The SPCA is going to put her down. Do you want to come see her?" And we fell in love with her, and so that's her new cat. Anyways, let's go qualify and draw. Actually, first things first, I got to shotgun that beer. Yeah, it was a peaceful death. I mean, I feel bad. I mean, Bob was a pretty large cat, and from what I read, cats can have like congenital heart disease and shit, and you wouldn't even fucking know. So everything we researched leads us to believe he had either a fucking aneurysm or a heart attack and died. in his sleep. Which, like I said, peaceful death. At least, you know, I just hate that he was in there in the room by himself, you know, like he wasn't with family or anything. He just was in the room by himself and just died alone. And we don't know how long he was dead. He could have been dead all night, and we didn't find him until the next day. So that was weird. But anyways, enough of depressing shit. Let me chuck in this beer and we'll do a race of Rockingham. That is true. Bob was not one that I to be left alone, though. He was in love with my son. Would hound him outside of his door almost constantly. Alright, so you see it's got the Dover track map loaded up. I'm planning on porting this over to iRacing, but it's not coded for iRacing yet. I'm about to translate their shit to iRacing's language. Their SDK is completely different. Alright, so you're going to see this draw out the Rockingham track. I'll turn a lap here. So it's drawing the track right now. If I don't spin out. This is going to be a slow as fuck lap, but oh well. Alright, track is drawn. I was the slowest car by far. That's cool. Like, so goddamn much. We'll start in the back.
Alright, there's the checkered flag.
We were slower than the next car by 2 cents. Alright, we'll go do a race here. And this works in any view, by the way. That's not the question I got. Now, obviously, it's overlaying on the screen.
Let's go racing.
But this works in any view. Alright.
Get ready now. Going green.
Favorite spot in front of the door sleeping. Cat, would you get the fuck out of here? Quit messing my shit. Get. Get.
Green flag, green flag. Green, green, green.
Because you're not my real dad, Beast Mode? Because I made all these overlays for it. I designed a program that's pretty damn cool. And I'm showing it off. Mainly because if you look at the cockpit view here, it's designed for CRT monitors in 2003. The field of view is all kinds of fucked up. And it looks like the cars are so goddamn far away. I don't like it. I've been married 12 years, 13, almost 14 years. Blake, actually it's my second marriage. My wife and I have separate hobbies. But mainly my wife's at work right now. She works second shift sometimes, or back 12 sometimes at the hospital. So, but you know, my wife and I, we both had a divorce, and we know that, hey, we need our own time. And yeah. So I'll play when my wife's at work or when she's sleeping and recovering, essentially. Your mileage may vary though. Every marriage is different. I just struck gold with this woman. My wife is way hotter than I ever deserved. And way cooler than I ever deserved. And she loves her alone time, so there's that too.
Outside. Clear outside.
Alright. Exactly. You gotta have separate hobbies. You can't do everything together or it's not gonna last. I'm telling you right now, you gotta have your own separate hobbies. As a 2-time marriage veteran, I can attest to that.
Outside. Clear.
All right, we'll take our time. I know it's only 20 laps, but You can save a lot of time at Rockingham by running slow at the beginning, and I got it on 2x. But it looks like everything's working. The battle box over there, the track overlay, the telemetry box over here.
Outside. Stay low. Still there. Clear. Outside. Still there. Clear.
He says this is it. Good times the charm, baby.
Keep low. Clear. Outside. Clear outside.
All right,
Outside.
get to this race. I'll probably shock another beer after this. I'll take some last minute questions or just bullshit with you guys, and I'll probably go to bed. Oh, calm down there, fucking Scott Wimmer. Cut me off. Okay, drove it in there way too fucking hard. About to be halfway, and I've only made it up to 35th. I'm about to get ran over by Jeff Green back there. Try to give out Scott Wimmer. Oh, there's another thing to show off when I catch up to Kyle Busch up there.
Outside. You're in the middle. 3 wide. Clear outside. Keep high. Clear.
So Kyle and Kurt Busch are in this race. Well, I just have him in, leave me misaligned. Oh, sorry. I just haphazardly thrown him up there, man.
We got just 10 more to go.
So Kyle and Kurt Busch are in this race. So usually it would say K Busch, you know, because it would go by first initial. I got it to go by 2 initials.
Clear inside. Car inside.
So if I could ever pass fucking Ken Strader over here.
Still there.
Now it says KY Busch. And if I catch up to Kurt Busch, it'll be KU Busch.
Clear.
Oh, I spun out.
Car inside. Yellow flags out.
Yellow flags out.
Race back to the line.
Anyways, obviously I got to improve my driving. But, yeah. Hard mode career. It's not even a career. All right. So would you like aligned here? Just out of curiosity. How would you set this up? I'm not even being an asshole about it. I would want to know because I'm honestly open to feedback. Obviously the chat, I can move all this shit around the screen. The chat is just where I prefer it. You know, easiest for me to, like, I can move the chat here. Make it smaller. All that shit. I can do that shit with the chat. The chat align with my battle box. Like that. I could do that. See, that works. I gotta change the opacity a little bit. I'm pretty sure I can make that work. Hang on. Let me change the opacity. I can do that on the fly. Let's see here. 0.2. And battle box. Boom. Same opacity. Look at that shit. I got a lot of tabs open because I'm we'll think a little higher to match the standings. Okay, I can do that. Let's see. Kind of right. Put this here. Like right at the edge where the like that over. That way it aligns, this bottom aligns with this bottom here. Like bottom, okay. So, right there. I was like 1 pixel off. There we go. There's that. Okay, what else would you do? Move this to be more centered with the chat. I feel like that's something. So yeah, looks good now. That's pretty cool. Hell yeah, we figured it out.
Keep it under.
I'm gonna save this
4,000 in
profile
seconds.
here, but yeah, I think that looks good.
Pace cars on the front stretch.
Yeah, fix that car, bitch. Well, no, trust me, I get it. I get it. But anyways, what y'all think? I mean, I know that NR2003 is such an old fucking program, and it doesn't have garner nearly as much interest as something like iRacing would. But I'm pretty proud of myself. I've always wanted to get into that kind of hardcore coding, and it's been quite the adventure. And you know, maybe doing some throwback Thursdays or my contribution to the community. I've used so many things from other mod makers on NR2003 in the past 2 decades. I've made renders, professional renders with NR2003 models for ARCA drivers before. I've, you know, done graphics with NR2003, like the NR2003 renders especially, done graphics for people to, like, for GIFs and shit like that. So, and did all kinds of promo shit with it. Downloaded so many tracks. Used so many graphics from NR2003 websites like Big Evil Designs. Wasn't always an iRacing site. It was an NR2003 track or a site. Sonat, I use a lot of graphics from there and stuff. So I feel like I'm doing my contribution to the community now. Now people can enjoy my hard work after I've enjoyed so many other people's hard work. That's my thought process behind it. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and end the YouTube stream because ain't nobody fucking watching. I'll have to edit that later.